Check 1, 2. All right, we're gonna start this all over again.
I remember when I had my first beer.
What up, BMT fam, and welcome to our very first live episode of Breaking M Theory. We got a good episode for you guys tonight. Now, is being a gentleman overrated? Is chivalry dead? And who killed it? We're about to find out. And we got a special guest. Let's roll right into it.
Take two. Hey, buddy, what is up? What is up? You got Puma on the mic.
Tony T right next to him.
You got Charles the Future.
We are the future Charles.
Not
Not
them.
them.
Not them.
Not ever them.
Not ever them.
LBD in the house.
LBD in the house. We have a special guest
M Doggy.
in the house. And don't forget, we got Bucky's and the ones and twos holding it down for real this time. For real. How you doing, Bucky?
Trying to hold it down.
How you doing, Bucky?
I'm fine.
You're fine? Are you good? Are you good now?
I'm better now.
Yeah.
What's up, everybody? Hey, everybody out there live, how you doing? This is the first?
This is our first live.
This is the first live, yeah?
Second take, but first
Second,
live.
second take.
Yep.
Well, you know,
I
like,
just, I just need to say
excited.
one thing.
Yeah, yeah.
I remember when I had my first beer.
Right? That's exactly the situation right now.
Oh, man.
We got a good episode for you tonight, don't
Yes,
we?
we do.
Is being a gentleman overrated, and is chivalry dead?
Mm-hmm.
Right? LBD. What do you think?
I mean, it's maybe not dead, like all the way, but
It's just
it
it's
depends.
dorm.
It depends on the woman that you're talking to.
It's hanging on by a thread.
I agree. I agree.
It depends on the woman.
Yeah.
Independent women want to be independent, but then there's some independent women that also want to be treated like a lady and.
Right.
Now, is that by convenience? Modern now, but traditional when they, when it suits them?
No, I mean, I don't know.
Okay. So, anyways, but that's the discussion tonight.
Yeah.
Is literally traditional values that we've grown up with, or many of us have grown up with, versus
Modern times, modern way of thinking.
modern way of thinking,
Yeah.
which is more independent,
Mhm.
more, what would you call it?
Here's the question:
Millennial.
Has the modern woman shamed the traditional woman?
Has the modern women changed the
Oh,
traditional?
Shame.
Shamed.
Shamed them.
You know,
It
That's-
is. In
that-
a way, it is.
Well, they
I
do. Well,
kinda
the
feel that.
modern woman does shame a traditional woman.
Of course they do.
Yeah.
because
You don't need to be like that.
you don't have to listen to that or be that
Well,
way.
I think it's also
You don't need
cultural,
no
too. Like, I
man.
was just speaking to the gentlemen that are across the way.
Yeah.
And they're
there's a group over there. Yeah.
they're of a different culture,
Yeah.
and they're younger than I am
Right.
by like 10 years ish, and they're all about like, yeah, we of course we open the doors and we do everything.
Right.
We pay for. So it's a cultural thing. Like here in America, I think that the whole feminist movement has created some
Yeah, most of it is here in the U.S.
I mean,
discrepancies as far as like chivalry and like
Right,
should it
right.
be, is it
but
still-
because I feel like a couple of, I don't know about
What?
you guys, but I've definitely felt like I grew up traditional.
Oh
in
yeah,
that
of course.
sense, where
yeah.
that's the norm. Like for me, it's kind of like a default. Like, oh, let me get that for you. Let me
Let me
do
open the
this.
door for you. Let me
me-
pull the chair for you.
Yeah, let me take care of this.
Mhm.
Right.
do you do
um,
that? Do you open doors?
Of course.
But I think also you can be an independent woman and not bash traditional roles,
Right.
right?
But
There's a gray
absolutely.
area.
There should be. There
But
should like.
that's what's happening at this. At
It
this,
is.
at
Which,
this
No, it
juncture.
is.
because this topic should not be black and white.
No.
It should not be either you're traditional or you're modern.
Yeah.
There's
There's always
shades
gonna
of
be
gray,
gray.
but
There's always gray areas and everything. I mean,
but then the problem comes in where somebody wants a certain way in one fashion,
Yeah.
maybe traditional senses, but they also want to keep their modern thinking, and they're actually those ideologies don't align.
It
Kinda
conflicts.
clash.
They
Yeah.
kind of clash,
right,
right?
of course, yeah.
And that's where nowadays people have issues with the situations that are going on with modern dating now, right? But we.
But there's one thing I need to put out.
Okay.
There. So
Absolutely.
what does chivalry actually mean?
Okay, good. Please,
So-
please,
What's it?
please
Totally-
define that for us. if
Give
you
us,
So-
can.
give us the actual definition.
Yeah.
According to the sources, it's a very polite, honest,
The interwebs.
and a kind behavior, especially by women towards women, especially by men towards women.
Correct.
Right.
So okay, say that one more
but-
time. Sorry, I know I
So
interrupted
yeah,
you.
it's very polite, honest, and kind behavior, especially by men towards women. Now, what does chivalry mean in dating? It
Okay.
means men behaving courteously towards women. It's kind of the same thing, except it's more prominent for the guy to be able to woo the woman, woo the woman,
Right. So
man.
being polite, being
There you go.
courteous. Honestly, for me, that's just. I think that should be a default kind of.
Yeah, I mean,
behavior.
a
That's
lot
our
of
that's our norm.
It should be,
A lot
right?
of cultures like see it that way. Like especially Latin culture, it's mostly like you gotta like woo the women and kind of be a little more.
Why are you looking at me when you
Well,
say this?
I'm
Latin
having a
and, like,
conversation
Middle
with you.
Eastern and
At
Yeah.
Middle Eastern.
Well, I'm just
yeah,
using it as an
yes,
example.
Right. Well, I think we're discussing this,
Yes.
and you were saying like how in the U.S. it's not that way,
No.
and other
In
another
Japan, it's more
like
cultural,
places like Japan,
Traditional.
more
traditional.
more
I mean,
traditional.
it is here too. It's just you
Yeah,
gotta,
not in like
in the
big
right
cities.
demographic.
In
Yeah.
the
Yeah, or
big
the younger,
cities.
yeah, the younger generation.
yeah.
I swear you said
Right.
something.
What?
Sorry.
Wow.
Go ahead.
I don't know what he said, but yeah,
We'll ignore
I
that.
heard everything you said.
I was about to say.
I knew you were gonna say that, but yeah, I mean, it's a little weird now because you're right. I mean, we have this new mentality of like,
But
like,
what's this mentality is going with this era?
I'm independent. I can do it on my own. We're equal when it suits me, where it's convenient, and then you want to be traditional. There's a lot of that.
I'm not gonna deny that. I mean, yeah, a little bit of that.
Well, I mean, okay, and that might be true, but if it works for both parties, then that's okay.
Yeah, I could agree with that. If
Right,
both
like if it's
both
something that-
are accepting in
Yeah.
in that sense, then sure, why not?
Like you were saying last time we talked about it, you were saying like when is it okay for a woman to pay the bill if you guys are
Right,
in a
right.
relationship? So like
and we're gonna get into this.
Should you
I
go
personally
Dutch?
feel like that should never be okay. But like if you're gonna be in a relationship and you guys are already together
Right.
and all that, then yeah, after a while, like you guys can like maybe like
Right.
split it up a little bit here and there. Like, hey, babe, I got you tonight.
But
or
at least,
whatever.
but at least for the first few dates, at least do the check dance, so it makes us feel good.
I agree. I agree about the check dance. Like, I'm definitely gonna, if I invite you out, I'm gonna pay. Like, that's just if I say, hey, would you like to go on a date with me? Let's go out. I'm taking care of the date because You're invited.
But
right?
nowadays, like, you don't.
you asked
right.
her out, right?
Yeah,
Yeah, it's
right.
assumed, right?
Right.
But still, like, I think I would be like,
But
hey,
I
do you want me to?
Well, yeah, because you're trying to give him the same respect he's
Right.
giving you, so you're gonna be like, hey, do you want to split it?
yeah.
You got this.
And then if he
Right.
says yes,
I
I'll
do,
be like,
I-
that's
I-
the last time I'm gonna see you.
Peace.
I appreciate the check test though.
Like,
I
cool.
appreciate it.
Thank you for it was fun, but I don't know. First date, we're gonna have to split it. I don't know about all that. Right.
If you get the lobster,
Well, and again, like I would never go on a first date and order the most expensive anything on the menu because that's just not.
but
Of course.
but some women do though.
Mhm.
Right to jail.
And but see, and here's
I mean,
here's,
I believe that.
yeah, of course.
But the second day, he will pick something more expensive.
No, I've never been.
I
I've
really
never
like
been
him,
That
so
kind
let
of
me-
Person. Like I've never been like I don't like to
Yeah.
take advantage of anything.
You and nor should you.
But
Yeah.
3 words for you. Treat yourself.
Wow,
That's
no,
all-
that's
that's
not what we're
only
talking about.
But also
I do
maybe
treat myself.
maybe certain women would order the most expensive meal to kind of test the waters, see, right?
That's
I
a good
mean,
one,
How
yeah.
far can you go with it?
Yeah,
I'm-
how can,
I'm
what can I
not-
get away with?
I'm not gonna do that, but I definitely
I
know
could see that.
females that
well,
will.
there you go.
but there's also women that don't even want to eat in front of somebody,
Well,
so
Well,
they
that's
won't
the
even spend
opposite.
any.
I don't have that problem, so.
But
Well, geez.
but then unfortunately,
saying.
some men will feel like, well, now there's expectations. Well,
Yeah.
like, okay, you can have whatever you want, but
Mm,
you know,
yeah, I don't. I see that mentality.
end-
That's true. That's
right?
true,
Yeah.
right?
I'm just saying.
No, it's yeah, you're right.
Some guys were like,
Yeah.
well, you can have whatever you want, but
I
you
feel
know
like
what?
that expectation.
I'm gonna get mine too.
That
I want my
expectation
dessert.
is there regardless, though. I
You can
feel
have-
like.
you can have the dinner,
like-
but I want dessert.
It's very true.
Okay, sorry, I interrupted what you were
No,
saying.
it's okay. No, I feel like that's an expectation that's already kind of maybe there.
Yeah.
If I'm gonna take you out, I'm gonna pay for everything. Then but it's
Yeah.
like, sorry,
Yeah.
not happening.
Which honestly, we shouldn't be going in with those kind of expectations, but
But we're human. It's
Yeah.
human nature. Like
Yeah,
I mean, it's
abs-
just men are men, women are women. Like I mean, that's just.
I-
how-
personally,
Yeah, but also if we're doing the old school values, right? You're not gonna be like sleeping with the dude the first
no, God no.
date.
You do that, you
mean-
never see the person
So-
again.
I mean,
One and done.
what do you think about that,
Traditional will take what?
I mean, yeah. I mean, you can.
Mr. 3 or 4 dates max?
I don't want to hear this.
Yeah, I'm bringing back old shit.
That's old shit.
I'm bringing
Why
back
you,
old
why you gotta
shit.
bring back old shit?
Wait.
Love you.
3 dates max, and then you're done.
No.
It's put out or
three,
get out.
Yeah, three to 4 dates max.
Wow.
Damn. All right.
What do you- hey, we've discussed this on.
Before we go
See,
ahead.
this is why you got to watch our old episodes because
What's
we
an
got
audio?
the receipts, right?
Mhm.
We got the receipts.
It's an audio. It's not me.
It's not. there was no.
There's no visual.
Okay. I mean, we all have our standards that we
Yeah,
that we
of
want to
course.
go by. But I also think you gotta read the.
Sorry, go back to that thing.
Sure.
That would not consider traditional then, right?
What? 3 or 4?
Yeah. That's,
Oh.
that's traditional. That's
No,
more.
that might be more
Let's do- you wanna-
conventional. Like
Huh?
I
Yeah,
feel like
3 dates. Come on, man. Like.
no, I feel
I'm,
like
I'm taking back
Yeah, okay,
more
well,
time.
But yeah, but
No,
the dates
right?
aren't like in 3 days in a
Yeah,
row.
they're
It's
not
like
during- it's
no, like you're like
on a
the
week,
the
maybe.
courtship,
next
right?
week.
Like
like
you're
the
courting.
courtship,
But I'm saying,
right?
what does
in
it-
between those
where-
dates, you're gonna be texting, talking,
Yeah, you're gonna be
doing,
talking
you know.
and getting to
Right.
know
It's
each
not
other.
like you're just like okay, date, and then I'm not talking to you.
No, yeah, no.
Right.
And if that's the case, then something's not right. Like I mean,
Yeah, of course.
if you meet
So-
someone and you like them and you're not talking to them every day, then that's something wrong.
But I still didn't get my answer. What is it, traditional or modern?
Still traditional in a way. A lot of men decided, or they're not decided, but at least what I've heard is the max would be like 3 dates, and then you would seal the deal. I say 3 or 4 dates.
I like 5.
In a span of how long?
Well, I mean,
5 days.
A week.
well,
A week.
5
Like a
dates in
month.
5 days.
Well,
like
I mean,
realistically, like a month.
but you also got to figure
If
out.
you
like,
really like the
That's
person,
cool. That's cool actually.
if you really like the
yeah.
person and you really see something happening, like you don't want to like,
Dive in.
jump into anything because then that just kind of there's like a respect factor and then all that
Yeah.
other stuff. So like you don't.
Well, I personally feel like we're talking about multiple dates. First of all, I think you got to earn that second date, right? Like if you're gonna go on one date and it doesn't work out, then
There ain't gonna be no second
there
date.
ain't gonna be no
Well, I
second
mean,
date.
obviously,
but if there's
but-
like, you start feeling that person, you're like, well, you know what?
I've never had a problem with wanting the second date, but usually
Okay, little BD. All right, I
really,
get
like
it.
it's like one date, okay, bye, never
So-
want to see you again. But they always want to hang out again. I'm like, I don't want to hang out. with you.
Somebody got game in this panel. Apparently,
No,
hey, Respect.
Right, like what if you're saying what you're
No,
saying is
but-
if you're going to the second and third
Yeah.
date, there's already some like investment
Yeah,
involved,
you're
right?
already there's
Otherwise, you're
chemi-
just
gonna
there's
tell them to kick
chemistry.
rocks.
If you're going on a second date, then that means that both of you like each other.
Yeah, there's some chemistry already
So,
there.
Yeah,
Right.
you're not. A girl is not going to go on a second date with a guy if she's not feeling him.
Right.
not.
Never.
Yeah, exactly.
That'll never happen.
Right. If the date was horrible, there's no second date.
The thing is,
But the guy will want to try again.
But they did
the
have
thing
a
is,
lobster.
was
unfortunately.
was he being a gentleman or he's being a moderate?
No, well, of course he was being a gentleman, or else like I don't want to
Well,
see him again.
listen, we would hope that
That's what I'm saying.
yeah,
Yeah.
the man would be a gentleman, right?
Yeah. If he's not a gentleman, then
But-
like,
Well, it can be a bad boy. He can
Well,
like that too.
oh, well, let me think.
You
let
can
me-
have both. I'm speaking from
can,
experience.
can I ask a question?
Sure.
If a man's maybe too much of a gentleman, do you think a woman might take advantage of that?
Oh, they'll take advantage
Because-
too.
if a guy is too nice, it's a little bit of
Like
a,
they're being like over the top, like let me do this, let me do that, let me do this, like
But does
Let-
that,
let-
but
let
does that
him-
make
leave
you
the
want to
woman
take?
breathe.
But does that
But
make
I
you want to
don't-
take advantage of it?
No. I'm not the kind of person to want to take advantage of that.
Okay.
I think also like a gentleman and kind of a pushover is a little different.
Yeah.
right?
I agree with that.
There's a fine
I
line
agree with that.
between a gentleman
You can
and
be
a
a
pushover
like
and a nice
strong,
person.
assertive male who's a gentleman, but if you're a gentleman and you're just like gonna be a little bitch, I mean, who likes that?
Yeah, nobody wants
nobody.
to-
Somebody does.
Maddie.
No.
Nobody.
Maddie dropping some.
Nobody
knowledge.
wants that.
No woman wants a little bitch.
No.
Just be with
Sorry.
another woman.
But it's true.
Yo, out there.
You heard.
I
You
mean,
heard.
that's what it is.
That
though.
coming from Little Big D.
And I have to.
Yeah, if you're gonna be a little bitch, might as well be with a little.
I mean, I agree. I mean, you have to. I was gonna say something worse.
Oh, just say it.
Say it.
No, but no. You, as a man, you got to establish the person you are, right?
Mhm.
We do.
Right. You got to say, well, this is who I am. I'm gonna take care of you. You don't want to be like, oh, do you? I know women hate this. Where guys like, well, what do you want?
Oh,
No, like a man needs
Like,
to be
do
a
you wanna
man.
do
Be a man.
this?
But in today's society, that's kind of been like vilified, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, can't be like a assertive male. No, what is it? No.
Because
It's
you-
it's very toxic
Yeah,
nowadays.
because
Yes,
now because,
toxic
yeah.
masculinity.
because now you become.
Get out of
Oh,
here.
you're like that. Now you're an incel.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
You're
Yeah.
you know what? Alpha male. But
Yeah.
no, it's just we.
It's
I
being a
mean,
man.
Yeah.
Just be a man. Yeah.
Here's a
I'll,
question.
I'll be a man.
Here's a
Good.
question.
You be a woman.
Yes.
Here's a question.
Great.
You rather
It should
Be
be.
man, you
Love
woman.
that.
you rather
Well, now we're
you
going a little
rather
back
be
back.
asked where to
Quite to the
eat,
back.
or you rather be asked where you want to eat?
Wait, what?
Oh, okay,
What?
okay.
Would you rather be told where you're gonna eat or ask? Where
Ask
you
you,
want-
yeah.
Honestly, like I mean, I feel like I wouldn't mind like, hey, you know, a guy picks me up, we're gonna go here. He already had it all planned out.
Oh yeah.
That's great. Go for
Yeah.
a second date. Like, hey, you know, what would you like to do today? Da, 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 da. So like this that way, the first time, like, you know, he was assertive. He did the man role, and then
It
the
has it
next time,
planned,
yeah. Then
right?
the
So
next
plan it
time
out the first time, and all the other times you can ask if you want.
Not all the other times. I mean, it does,
I know,
and
there's
it
gonna
puts a lot of
be, yeah.
pressure on men. I know, I get that, right? But
Yeah,
like,
it's a lot of
it
pressure.
could be like, hey, like we can go back and forth, and like,
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
never like, you know, when you like you ask like somebody like, hey, what do you want to do? I don't know. What do you want to do?
No.
Yeah.
Be like,
yeah.
oh, well, I
Yeah,
picked
I
it
don't
last
know.
time, so it's your
Yeah.
turn.
Yeah.
So like there has to, I think that there has to be like a good, you know, back and forth, so
Mhm.
that like you guys are both getting, you know, each other's.
Right.
Of
like
course.
you want to have a
Those
vote, but
opinions.
if a guy's like, hey, I'm gonna pick you up at 8 and we're going out,
Yeah.
it's kind of hot, right?
Yeah, like he already had. He already
Yeah,
had
he's
his-
got
had it-
an
has it figured out.
itinerary.
Plan already for
Yeah,
where to go.
exactly.
Instead of being like, oh, what do you want to do? what can we do tonight? It's like, really? No, that happens, and it's like,
Don't mess up the equipment, man.
Now you see that evil will always triumph because good is dumb.
Yeah, I'm looking at it right now.
All right, Bucky. What else do we have? I know we were having.
I think we went through a lot of that
no,
already.
we did, but
So
no. There, I know.
yeah, there's okay, when is it? I mean, when are you still chivalrous? During the honeymoon stage or over time?
There it is, and that's what I remember that we were discussing that.
Yeah.
Is there a expiration date
Well,
on
there's-
being
There-
chivalrous,
Well,
right?
well,
Right?
you're
Because-
expected to be chivalrous all the time.
Well,
Well, like-
there's-
Overtime
like, do you
or
want-
honeymoon
Do you want a man
stage.
to open your door forever and ever and ever?
Yeah.
There you go.
See, I don't think I need that. I think I just in the beginning, like I'd be okay with it.
Well,
So-
I think. Well, let me
Yeah, go for it.
say one thing, right? When you're meeting somebody and when you go out with somebody, I think both parties put their best foot forward.
Yes.
Right.
Yes.
Right.
Maybe a little bit of errors on that, but like we try to show our best selves in the beginning.
Everybody does, yeah.
Everybody does, right? You wear your nicest dress.
clothes.
We got a nice little
Very
we got a nice little
dress
suit on,
Yes,
right?
so.
Look at right. We pull out your chair. We open the door. How long does that honeymoon phase last?
Until the chick ruins it.
Oh my god. Oh my
Okay,
goodness.
I mean,
Well, here's
He's like, I'm just being honest.
here's an example. I mean, I will open the door for anyone, man,
Same.
woman, child, elderly, whatever.
Same.
But like speaking from experience, I was with a guy for a longer time, so even if I went to open the door first, then he would grab it from me, right?
Right.
Just that's
Out of
like the
respect,
general,
yeah.
out of respect. I mean, I could be
I
the
see
one
that.
opening the door, but he would always step up
Right.
and
So, like, you go to
or
open
hold
it,
the
and
door
then
for other
he
people walking
does the
in
top
behind
thing.
us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
whoa, I got
Again,
it.
that's
I got it.
old
Right.
school.
Like I always go to push it.
Yeah.
And then you always have,
Yeah.
assuming the guy's taller than you, of course.
Oh yeah.
Everybody should be taller
There's
than
that.
me, but yeah.
Oh God, here we go.
Here we go.
Here we go.
It's true.
Well, yeah, I get it.
It's called preferences.
It is
We all have
personal
preferences.
preference.
Yeah.
I mean,
Some chicks don't like that.
Can you show a sample?
No.
I want a strong man,
Um,
tall man.
strong, tall.
6'4", 6'5".
Tall, dark, and
Six.
handsome.
Not that crazy. Okay, like 5'9", 5'10" is my bare minimum, but like 6 feet and over is all right.
Yeah. I was just reading something like that's like, we say we want all these things, but then at the end it's always like 6 feet tall, 6 figures,
No,
6
it's whatever.
inches.
It's
6 inches.
Inches.
I like the 6. You know what I mean?
Okay, but if
Minimum. Wait. Okay. Stop. Lil BD. The way she reacted to that was pretty intense. Okay.
like, what if the guy's awesome and he's your height? Are you just gonna kick him to the curb?
if he's awesome. Well, no, I mean
If he's just the
best
best
ever,
dude,
then, I
Everything
mean,
else is
everything else is
wonderful
perfect.
except you're like eye level.
I've dated short guys before, and it was fine.
yeah. So that's not okay. Your preference
It's not a
maybe,
deal-
but it shouldn't be a deal breaker.
It's not
You
a deal
can't,
breaker, but
Like hold that against
They,
someone.
they became
No,
they became
no.
best friends.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
It's not about it's at the end of the day, like yeah, I mean, we all have our superficial ways of looking at things, but
Yeah.
at the end of the day, it's how that person makes you feel. It doesn't matter, if they're like
Shorty.
shorty.
As long as they make you feel secure, right?
Yeah.
What's up, Lil
If
dude?
they're short, if they're short and you're not feeling secure, then
Well,
that
yeah,
might
like
be
I mean, there's a
deal breaker.
preference.
Yeah.
You know? We've all
We all,
experienced.
So you don't want the guy looking up to you like, hey.
I don't want the guy being like,
What's up, babe?
No,
How are you up there?
it's like
How's,
having-
the,
That
how's,
would be
how's the
weird.
weather?
yeah,
might as
no.
well just have a child at that point. I mean, come on.
Yeah, I don't know about that, but
So
Bucky's having fun over there.
yeah.
Mama.
Oh boy. But the truth is,
Yeah.
the truth is what happens is both parties get comfortable,
Yes.
right?
Over time.
Over
Yes.
time,
6 months.
You think 6 months is about that
6
time?
months.
I think 6 months is a good,
Jeez, my expectations. Oh.
Well, I mean, you
a year.
know,
What are you doing?
I just think
Like faster?
both
I think-
parties should step up their game. Okay, that's all what I'm trying.
Honestly,
to
I
say.
think it would last, but both parties need
Yeah,
to make it
Yeah,
work.
both
right.
parties.
As long as
No, of
both
course.
parties
right?
make it
So
work.
we'll continue.
Compromise. Compromise is a big thing in life.
Yeah.
Because that's a lovely sundress you wore on the first date, and now by our
You look
6
like
months,
a bum.
those sweats look really
Yeah.
nice on you. You know what I mean?
Oh, that's
people-
an awesome stain right there.
People do get comfortable though. Like I will say, like you've been in relationships where like at first you're like like we were saying earlier,
Yeah.
Yeah.
tip top, everything's like
Yeah.
and then all of a sudden like you get comfortable like, but it's again like if it's something like where both of you get comfortable, then that's okay, right? Because
Yeah,
you
you
guys
just
are
can't
getting comfortable
expect
together.
the other party to step it up when you're
Yeah.
slacking.
And
Yeah, it can't be one-sided.
It can't be
No.
one-sided. So I guess once one side kind of like starts like kind of
Slacking.
slacking, backing
Yeah.
off, well then
You're
the
gonna-
party-
you're gonna-
That's
you're
the part
make the
start
other
losing
one feel-
interest.
Yeah.
You're gonna make the other one feel a certain way, and he'll probably stop being, that's nice.
Of course. It's not fair if one person's putting in all the effort.
Mm-hmm.
Not cool.
reminds me of the cheese.
Right?
debate. It reminds me of the cheese
Right.
debate.
Cheese, bro.
The cheese, bro.
Cheese, bro.
I love cheese.
Well, I mean that's actually a joke from Martin Lawrence, right? When you're going out with somebody in the beginning, you want cheese with that girl? Oh, I'll get you the cheese, girl. Whatever you want. And you tell my man, give me 2 pieces of cheese. And then after like 6 months, he's like, why you getting cheese on that? Get a hamburger.
You get no cheese.
She's fucking up on your neck. So I mean, I think that's what happens. We kind of just like, okay, we don't want to treat the other person as special, which shouldn't happen. And I think you should, at that point, you gotta do things to reignite the passion that you have with somebody.
Yeah, you guys can talk and be like, if it's getting stale or something's not going right, talk about it.
Yeah.
If not, it's gonna go south.
That's why everybody gets divorced, right? Nobody wants to
No one's gonna talk. Everything's
keep
gonna get
putting
worse.
that
and,
effort
yeah.
in and work it out.
And that's the thing with relationships is it
You got to
requires
keep
work.
working at
Yeah,
it.
you have to.
It is work.
Yeah.
It's
It is.
100% work. And I think that a lot of people maybe just, like, after a while, they're just like, oh, it's there. Not You don't have to put any work
I
into
got
it.
her already.
Well,
I got him already.
That is a very big problem where we take the other person for granted.
Granted.
Like, oh, I already have you, so why do I have to do this?
You never know what you have until it's gone.
Yeah, and
That's
like
for
with
sure.
social media and everything, right? You just scrolling around. This chick's hot. This guy's hot. It's just all in your face all day
And
long.
you start thinking,
Everybody's
well,
just
the
a swipe
grass
away.
is greener somewhere
Yeah.
else,
Yeah.
and we start.
And remember what they say: one man's trash is another man's treasure.
Oh yeah, because somebody else will take her time
Mm-hmm.
if you don't put that time in,
Mm-hmm.
and vice versa.
Pretty much.
So there it is, Bucky.
There it is.
There it is.
Well, you guys already touched on traditional and modern.
Okay.
In a way,
Yeah, so it's so with traditional, you got opening doors, buying flowers. Let me help you with that. Ism.
Yeah.
Pulling out the chair. What do you? Yeah, pulling out the chair.
Oh, sorry, back to
You
the
know-
flowers.
Yeah.
Do you ladies like to be bought flowers, or you want something else to be bought?
I mean, I'd rather have like a bottle of booze, honestly, but
There
it's
you go,
just
see?
me.
I would take a plant over a flower.
Yeah, like something more
that'll last longer.
substantial,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah. The
Flowers
flower's
are a
gonna die.
nice thought.
Yeah.
So how about a little
Maybe-
cactus and a bottle of wine?
Great.
Yeah, nice.
Sold.
I'll take a little
Love
cactus,
it.
for
Little
sure.
succulent.
Yes.
Love succulents.
Yes.
yes.
Mm-hmm.
And
It'll last
a
long time.
charcuterie board
Ooh,
with wine.
Ooh, yes.
Down with
There you
that.
go.
There we
It will
go.
last longer, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, because the flower is gonna. I mean, like she said, they're beautiful. They
Yeah.
smell nice,
And
but
3 days later, it's dead.
they're gonna
Yeah.
die.
Yeah.
It's
Right,
like, you're
once-
giving me death.
Once in a while, nice
Even,
thought.
even
Give me
with that,
life.
even with that little plant food, still don't
Yeah.
last.
Yeah.
Give me life.
No.
Don't give me death.
A little.
Mm-hmm.
A plant, will last you
Something more
forever.
substantial.
Give me a fern.
Yes. Love it.
What?
Fern.
Fern. They're
Between two
gorgeous
ferns?
house plant.
So I mean, what are the thoughts of your gentleman pulling a chair up for you?
I think it's nice.
I
For,
think
for
that's
for how long?
I think that's like. I mean,
Every day?
Who wants it all the time and who wants it once in a while?
We're talking about chairs, right?
The chair, man.
Who cares?
Yeah.
Come on.
I'm
Well, I
giving
mean,
an
if
example
you're-
like on Valentine's Day,
Valentine's Day,
Mother's
of
Day.
course.
So just on special
Anytime,
days.
anytime you go out to a restaurant,
Only on occasions.
Yes. I'm sorry.
like you're fine. Like a bougie restaurant, right?
Hold on. Let me pull this chair out here at McDonald's.
Let's go.
Right?
no, that's a
Wait,
little weird.
aren't
Yeah.
they're all like attached anyway.
Yeah.
So you can't
Yeah,
pull-
you can't.
Oh,
you
let's
can't
swivel
pull
it.
them out.
Let me swivel it for you.
But you know why? It's
Right, I
because
don't-
they don't
I
want
don't
people
go to
like
McDonald's,
tossing the
so-
chairs in those places
Yeah,
nowadays.
but so you can swivel it for them. Here, let me swivel that for
Let me
you.
swivel
guys
your
still go to
chair.
I think
McDonald's? Are
the
you
chair
serious?
thing is
You
like a
guys go-
pleasant surprise. I would never expect that, but if someone's gonna pull the chair out for me, I'm gonna be like, oh, okay,
Yeah.
nice,
Why, thank you.
yeah, fancy.
So nice.
Oh,
Yeah.
points. Would you consider that points?
I would, because once again,
Nice,
I'm not
it's
gonna
thoughtful.
expect it, but yeah, it would grab my attention, right?
There you go. We talked about paying the bill, right?
Yeah, we
Oh, I
did.
don't
We
In a
did
sense,
mention that.
We-
Yeah,
we did?
and then yeah,
Well, like
and then we could
the
come
check
back.
dance, like the
Yeah.
check dance.
Oh, yeah.
So,
right?
so paying the bill, like yeah, exactly. I mean, how do you feel about going Dutch if it's a first date? You know what Dutch is, right?
It means
Of
like
course,
Yeah.
we know what Dutch is.
Yes, gee.
No.
Well, I
we
think the
were-
Dutch part will come out more when you're dating somebody modern, with that modern way of thinking.
Right.
Yeah. I'm just,
comments.
Um, like we were saying earlier, yeah, like if nowadays, like if you go on a date and it's like, you don't know the mentality, like you don't know if the guy is chivalrous or how he's was brought up, right? So yeah, I don't go on a date and expect that the guy's gonna pay for me.
Yeah.
But it would be nice. So I always kind of like on a first date, depending on who it is, like I'm always like, hey, do you?
Well,
Yeah.
I mean,
Do you want me to?
Offer.
but nowadays it's a little bit different, right? Because in the past, it
Well,
used to
here's
be-
the thing: the new generation, not us, we're more expected old mentality to pay for the
Well,
woman.
but here's my point. My point being is, in the past, I would meet you somewhere, say, let me get your information, let me contact you later. But now it's not always that way. It's like, oh, I found you online, and it's like
Can I make it more funny?
it's like it's a lot quicker to go on multiple dates over. Like I've known people that go online and they're literally dating,
speed dating?
speed dating. They're going like multiple dates a week.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Right? Yeah.
People do it.
That's in
It's the
2023.
I want to do that. I don't have the time for that. Who's got the time for that?
I don't have the energy for
they had a
that.
scene like that in the 40-Year-Old Virgin. Where they went speed dating.
Oh
remember?
yeah, I remember that.
Yeah.
Yeah, something like that, right?
Which
And then
could work,
okay, well
I
then
don't know.
see in that case it's like, well, you know, you're buying dinner for like, 5 different women, 5 different days in a
It's
row.
expensive.
It does get
Yeah.
expensive.
Especially these
Jeez,
days.
money bags.
Yeah, no, I get.
And then of course some
You gotta
women
break
just-
your piggy bank
but then some women take advantage of that also. Like, well, I can get as many days, so I can go eat anywhere I want
for free.
Yeah, no.
Oh, I
Free
know
meal.
for sure there's chicks that will
No.
literally go out on dates just to get a free meal.
just for the free meal.
Hear
right?
it all the
Oh,
time.
I've never been to this fancy
Yeah,
sushi spot.
of course.
Yeah.
Let's go on this date. I know. I'm sorry. I interrupted you, future.
Too late, I forgot.
No,
You were talking and talking like, huh?
it was just a minute. I do this to him all the time, guys. I'm sorry, Charles.
It's all good.
Always
I'm
cut-
sorry, Charles. I'm
always
sorry.
cutting everybody off.
I know. No, but he was actually cutting me off because I had a point. And he
Oh,
was gonna
sorry,
say something,
sorry.
So I just had to get my point out. But I'm sorry. But yeah. Okay. If you think of it, let me know. What else do we got?
So, I mean, I think we covered traditional, right? Do you have anything else? Any thoughts?
Okay. This is the thought that I did come up with, right?
Mhm.
That I just traditional behavior comes with traditional expectations, right? If I do this, if I do that, if I take you out, if I,
Is that how a man thinks?
Yes.
Is that quid pro
Absolutely.
quo?
That's
Yes.
how a man
right?
thinks.
Would you agree? Like, well, I want to do this for you. I'm going to
Of
take
course.
On
care
the
of you.
first date?
No, I'm just not. We're not even talking about first date. I'm just
Okay.
like in general, like
Okay.
when you're
Like the
courting
trade,
You're-
the
you're-
trade-off.
You're
Supporting.
investing
right?
Yes.
for a payoff,
There
a
it becomes-
good payback.
If you're being traditional in that sense, the traditional replication of that would be, well, I want the wife at home,
The
right.
trophy wife,
the trophy
Yes.
wife,
and then
the
they're gonna. No, I'm
the,
kidding.
the
Better have dinner and the house clean.
housekeeper. Yeah, yes, exactly, right. So traditional. Now, I do feel like that's not the case anymore.
Well, yeah,
it
things-
is, but not in U.S.
As okay.
No, it is. It is
In some
you know,
relationships,
for sure. But
It's some absolutely. We can never say absolutes in anything that
No.
we're talking
Oh,
about because this is
yeah.
a discussion. There are people who have traditional values and want that. Like, I'm gonna be this. I'm gonna give you the house. I'm gonna take care of you. You don't have to work, but then I want you to be,
I want you to be
Well,
the housewife,
keeping
take
up-
care of
yeah.
the kids.
well, that's the thing though. So okay, there's a misconception because the man. Okay, let's say the man's gonna take care of everything, right?
Right.
He's gonna go work, and the woman's gonna stay home and take care of the kids and all that. Men don't realize that you guys if they have a full-time job, they're done when they're done with that job. A woman has an all-time job with dealing with the kids. Like there's no break.
fair enough.
So
Fair
that's
enough.
the thing that guys are always like, oh well, I bring home the bacon or whatever it is, and it's like, yeah, but you go to sleep and you don't have to. A lot of them, if that's the traditional role that they're playing,
Right.
the woman is literally like the slave
I mean,
because
that's
she's
that's
doing
traditional
everything.
issues.
Well, honestly, the real men would actually come home and still spend time with their kids and do what they got to do with them. That's the reality. Only the bummy ones don't. They just come home and like, I'm out. Take care of the
You
rest.
would, you would
Well,
hope,
I
but
do-
yeah,
I
mean,
do
there's-
feel
but
like-
there's both.
Yeah, there is. Yeah,
I
it
do
does.
feel like the more a person makes, the less they feel the necessity to be.
Well, then you get the nanny and you get the housekeeper.
Right.
You get the.
But then, but
you're rich to
again,
that
like I
point.
mean,
Yeah,
You don't need to.
it's like again, like the woman.
We're
like,
talking about
it's-
the normal guy.
We're talking the average makes
more
what,
work for a woman.
60, 70,000 a year? That's what we're talking
Right.
about.
Yeah.
Yeah, not like
No,
million
no,
dollars.
you're talking a different level.
But I think that's a normal expectation if someone's paying all the bills. But you
No,
know,
I get it.
I think the problem really is where now you have both parties working. And
Right.
I just know from friends that are in this position, right? The wife goes to work, then comes home, takes care of the kids, cleans the house and everything, and then the husband's just going to work and not sharing the household duties,
That's
right?
usually how
Yeah,
it goes.
I can
That's
see it. I
usually
can
how it
see-
is.
I can see it. Well,
Usually,
a lot
I'm
of
not
the
gonna
times,
say, I'm
not all
gonna
the
say-
time, not all. Yeah,
There are exceptions where like a man will, you know, in my
Yeah.
experience that I've seen, it's the woman that's usually doing most of the work at home.
I feel like Charles wants to say something.
Why put me in the spotlight?
Come on, Hollywood Charles.
Like I just
Hollywood.
said, it's just the average
Right.
people. We're not going to talk about millionaires.
I mean, well, if you think about it, like even like average now, like the middle class is
average-
going, is like going down because
oh yes,
because it can't be just one breadwinner. It has. I
No.
feel like you're
No,
right. It
you
has
need
to be.
both.
you
Yeah.
can't
Now
afford
it's
to live
both
in
parties.
LA and Cali. No, you
Oh.
can't. You
Living
can't
here,
live.
guys.
No,
You have no idea.
not
It's like
gonna happen.
it's not gonna happen. I think.
realistically, even have kids, so
Yeah.
it's not like they have 3 or 4 kids.
Right.
So it kind of balance everything.
So I mean, it's I think it's a lot harder to live that traditional like
Yes.
50s, 60s mentality. I think it's warped to where there is some traditional values, but you have to adjust for modern times.
It's kind of warped into a new.
You're forced to.
Yeah, so it's like, you know, in the modern time, it's you know, it's being traditional is only a convenience.
Yeah,
Could look at it that way.
it is. In a weird way, yeah.
It's convenience to me.
But also, you know, once traditional vows when they're past 30, is that a thing? Like if they get old, if they pass a certain age or a little older, they want more traditional values.
You know, that's a very good point.
I've seen a lot of the young ones want to, you know, have that modern mentality, but once they get to that threshold, you know, 30 and above, they're like, "Oh, I want something traditional now," you know?
I think it's more of like, I mean, forgive me for saying this, but biological clock's ticking.
That too.
So it's like,
yeah.
you know, they trying to look for somebody to like, you know, procreate with, and because
Mm-hmm.
it's their
Now I want
So-
the
So
family.
Yeah,
now I want the white
exactly.
picket fence.
So you had your 20s to do whatever you wanted, and
Yeah.
now you realize, oh my God.
Clock is ticking.
I don't know. I feel like my mentality has never changed on that.
No,
We're
well,
talking about in general.
Oh,
not
like
just-
nowadays?
Yes.
It's not about you.
yeah, most of the
Yeah,
stuff we're saying, we're not
jeez.
directing it to you guys.
I'm just saying, like, I mean, I'm giving my opinion as what you guys
Well, I
just
mean,
said.
you're a very independent, strong person in your own right. So like, I can see that. But you're right. Like, a lot of,
Yeah.
I can see where there are a lot of people at a certain point where like, oh no.
But then,
Oh,
like,
shoot,
now
no.
it's
Yeah, oh,
different
shoot,
times,
yeah.
too. So, I mean,
It's gonna be
we
harder
have
for me
to-
to have a kid. It's gonna be harder for me to get that kind of guy that I wanted back in the day that I got when I was 20. And
well,
keep
yeah.
'em.
But that's also like your priority isn't having kids, right? Some women, that's a priority.
well, not anymore.
So,
But yeah.
well, yeah, me neither. But
Well, some of them won't make it a priority until they hit 30. Before that, they might not want to.
true,
Yeah,
yes.
their mentality would change as older they get, because you know they start thinking right now is right now,
Yeah.
Yeah.
and then once they get to a certain age and they realize, hey, my friends are married or they have kids or something like
Yeah.
that.
Yep.
Yeah. That
You know, it
happens.
kinda-
The
kinda-
pressure
The
is
pressure,
on.
The
yeah,
pressure
you
is
get the
on,
pressure
and,
from
like,
Yeah.
people
You
around
become
you.
lonely too because you can't hang out with your friends no more
Well,
because
no,
they have kids.
No, not necessarily,
Still can.
but
No, I know, but you can't cook like Friday night. Go, may hang out with my friends.
oh yeah, you can't really call them and be like, hey, let's
Everyone's
go to a
home
bar.
with their babies.
That's what I'm
Yeah.
saying.
I mean,
Darn, I go out.
We know, yeah.
Bro,
we speak
don't-
from
everything you're
experience
doing-
on
I'm
this
talking,
one.
and
Yep.
that includes some people who might be watching the show.
Yeah,
right
we got
now.
some people on here.
I love you guys out there. I want to. Hey, are they saying anything? Because I want to know if they're talking shit.
He's hiding it. I don't know
Probably,
why.
I don't know. He's not.
Shot time. Just kidding.
Scoot it over, yeah.
No, he just asked where the beef is.
Oh,
Wow.
come on!
Come on, dude.
He can do better than that.
I know
You took the words right out of my mouth.
you can do way better than that. Okay.
So,
All right.
so I got a question.
Okay.
Each one of you probably can answer this. What's your perfect first date?
Oh. I mean, I could answer that, but he's looking at you first.
I'm just
He's just
whoever
saying
wants to
in
answer first. I'm not
Go
gonna.
online.
Yeah.
And okay, what's your perfect first date, and what are your expectations?
Yeah, I want to hear from a man's point of view on this. So chop chop.
Perfect
for
first date.
listening.
Probably take you to a restaurant by the beach, Ventura Harbor. Candlelight dinner. We'll walk around in the afternoon when the sunset's coming down.
Wow.
Just stuff like that. What was the other thing? What was the other part?
Expectations.
Well, expectations.
right?
Expectations.
You're putting the bar way up here, my friend.
Candlelight dinner.
Expectations is not going to be that high.
Yeah.
I mean, if you can get away with something that you wanted to be in, you might want to.
Why
But
haven't you taken me on this date?
what the fuck?
'Cause I want to go on the beach. No, I feel that.
Yeah.
I feel like you would.
But no, in the beginning, I'm not really expecting anything. As long as it goes very well.
Yeah, you're right.
I'll know there's a second date, and then we'll go on.
Maybe in
from
a kiss.
Oh, I mean, you would hope
If
so.
the energy's there, then
Yeah,
it's there. If
you're
it's not,
right.
it's not.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's all about it. It's
all about
actually that's a good point. It's all about energy.
yeah.
Yes,
matter what.
Absolutely.
Because if you can't have that type of bond,
if you don't vibe.
yeah,
then
if you don't
what's the
vibe,
point?
it's there's no, I mean, I've always lived by the motto, try things twice.
Yeah.
But like, if it doesn't work out, it doesn't
yeah.
work out.
And you'll tell it won't, if it doesn't work that first time, really bad.
Yeah.
So there might not be a second time.
Puma.
Yeah. So no, I mean, kind of in the same realm. Like I definitely am that type of person who already has an idea of, I want to take you somewhere. I want to show you something new. I want to share this experience with you, and I want to be like, no, we're gonna go here. Let's try this and see if you enjoy it, and go from there. Have a conversation. Maybe have something else planned after, a nightcap, something like that. And then if the night goes well, but I definitely am one of those take charge. Like, no, I want to impress you a little bit first. But you're right. Like, there's little bar. Like, you don't want to overdo it,
No, of course not.
right? You don't want to like,
Your first day, take her to the highest end restaurant.
yeah.
Show up in a tux. You're like, hey.
It has happened
Limo,
before.
Yeah.
I mean,
Show up in the Hummer
Hold on,
limo.
Let's get to that later.
She's at the end. So.
she's really here on your.
But it has.
Okay, all right.
Okay.
I'm not gonna talk about that right now, though.
Was that last night? Is that what?
No,
Oh,
it was when I was in my younger days.
Younger.
So okay, well, perfect.
Prom doesn't
things
count.
are different in your
Oh,
20s, huh?
Yeah, things are definitely
Things
different.
are way different.
Even in your 30s.
Because we
Your
don't
turn.
know.
I
'cause
mean,
we don't
I'm
know any
gonna
better.
say the same, like what you're saying. I'd like to have, the guy maybe come picks me up or has like a dinner venue and maybe have drinks before, after, but not like crazy fancy, right? I don't want to, because that sets the bar kind of, I feel like a little ridiculous.
yeah.
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 That's more, to me, that's more of like maybe an anniversary thing
Yeah.
or doing the whole fancy
So
deal.
if someone takes you out to like a what's a fancy restaurant nowadays? I don't even know.
I don't even know.
Something super fancy for this first date. Is that a red flag? Is that a red flag?
No, I mean, who?
You're not going to turn it down. Not a
No,
word, right?
yeah. Who in their right mind is going to be like, oh man, no, don't take me here.
Oh no, I don't want to go
No, I
here.
understand it, but I mean,
be kind of fancy, right? Because that's expensive.
Yeah, that's
Well, that's nice.
The first
but
I
what
mean, that's
I'm saying is, does that trigger anything in your head saying, oh, he wants something?
Oh, something
see, that's the
returned.
Or
expectation.
you know what I mean? It's an expectation because like, it's just
I mean, I feel like on a first date, like there shouldn't be any expectations
Right,
on
right.
either party.
Right.
Because I mean,
it's
it's
you're
a
getting
first
to know
date,
somebody,
yeah.
Yeah.
right? The
And
whole point is
And if there are expectations like already, then it's like kind of maybe already like not.
Like,
you know.
not worth taking it like in a yacht.
Yeah.
Like, that's
well, I
extreme.
mean, that's nice, but like, yeah, it's like.
I think
have
you
this
can,
wonderful helicopter ride.
Yeah.
but you can kind of read a
I
man.
love the super jets.
I can read a man, right? You can read a man if you know that's kind of what they're expecting. You're kind of gonna get that vibe.
Yeah.
That's all I got.
That's a good.
yeah, that's a good one.
Your turn.
My turn.
Yeah, what would the
Oh, what is
future?
the futures?
I want to know.
I want to know the
Yeah, I want to know
futures.
this. Hold on. let's open our ears up for
Everybody
this.
get
Oh,
ready.
God.
Quiet time.
Probably take her like on a picnic, somewhere it's nice and peaceful.
Wait, what? What's it again?
Oh, he's so
He
adorable.
just took my answer.
Oh, a picnic.
Damn, we are.
That's
the
why
same
they're
person.
related.
I know, we're
Weird.
all.
Yeah.
Nice, peaceful,
that.
and from there probably go to a nice restaurant later in the day.
Oh, so you're gonna
It's a
do
whole
an
day.
entire day.
Well, might as well spend the whole day quality.
Damn.
Don't you
So-
work?
It's gotta be on Saturday.
Oh, okay.
We can take a day
Gotta
off
be
for
on the
this date.
weekend.
Yeah.
So you're gonna bust out that charcuterie board.
Damn.
Say it again.
You're gonna bust out the charcuterie board and wine.
The cheese board, hell yeah.
Yeah.
He's gonna wine and dine with the cheese and wine and all
Yeah,
that.
why not?
And dinner later. Ooh,
Just one more
man.
sip, girl.
One more sip.
Just one more sip.
You know, yeah, I'm going with this.
Yeah,
Nice.
that's.
Okay, what are your expectations?
I was surprised by it. Okay.
But what are your expectations?
Give me more.
What do you expect
What do you
from
expect
the
from
date?
it?
Like,
Yeah.
Oh, have a good conversation. Have a talk.
to know the person.
Yeah.
See,
Respect.
Good connection.
Respect that.
Connection.
he didn't go Hollywood today.
No, 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 I know. I
Oh.
know.
I appreciate that.
Maybe, maybe we should take the shot.
Very gentle.
This is a
very
very-
gentlemanlike.
Shot.
Wait, no. We have to hear hers first.
Sorry.
Stole mine, but
Don't
okay.
steal her.
didn't steal it.
Easy.
No, so yeah, I mean,
gonna have a
like
shot
my
on the
ideal,
chat.
because we're talking ideal, right?
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
like a picnic at the beach, to like get to know each other, like nothing crazy. Just like feel each other out. I am not like I wouldn't want to like do anything physical on the first date, even though if like I really want to, like I would prefer not to, just because like
I mean, I think that's smart.
yeah, like I feel like if you're really feeling the person, like really feeling, I feel like you don't do anything physical
Yeah.
the first time,
Yeah.
and then you save that for
That's respect for yourself and
Yeah.
the right. You're kind of
because like even a kiss
vibe.
can like lead to, and it's just like no,
What
like
kind
you
of
don't-
kisses are you having?
good ones.
Yeah.
Well, if I'm gonna kiss you, that means that I want to do more things with you. So I'm
I
not
mean,
trying
I've
to
been
go
on a
there.
date and just had a kiss, and it,
I
it
don't
didn't
want it.
lead
I
to
don't
On,
want
more.
on the chick.
I would prefer not
On
to.
the forehead.
I would prefer not to do anything on the first date.
Okay, I at least
And then
have to.
it's-
We gotta kiss because if you're like a shitty kisser, I'm out. There's no second date. I mean, that's a deal breaker
I'm
right
gonna-
there.
I'm gonna
Whoa.
have to
Right.
go on this one.
Well, that's okay.
Yeah.
Ain't
no.
nobody
Yeah.
got time for that.
I agree. I went Maddie on this one.
But what if everything else was good?
And you're a horrible kisser? Are you kidding me?
That's the red flag /
Yeah,
deal
red
breaker
flag,
right there.
right?
I gotta test the waters.
Well,
a little
apparently,
bit,
like
little bit.
a good kiss with you is like
Yeah, just
the 4th of July.
there's no self control
Oh my
after
God.
that.
Oh,
There better be fireworks in the background.
No,
Yes.
no, but I would prefer not to find out
I get
until
you. I get
later.
you.
All right.
Okay, all
ready
right.
for my
okay,
shot.
Now we're ready
fine,
for this.
yeah.
Wait.
Carlos is like,
We didn't get.
That brings up a good point actually.
Wait, one more.
Wait,
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 we got-
wait.
we got Bucky's.
oh yeah,
Me?
Bucky's.
Yeah. What's your?
I mean,
Yeah.
I mean,
me
you
a-
could- pretty much
Paint
all
me
of you put
a
it all
picture
together.
of
Right?
Pretty much all of
I
you
know,
put
going
it.
last.
you
kinda felt
cheater.
fun.
You're a cheater.
No. Honestly.
I
But
should've-
here's the thing.
Yeah.
Here's the thing. I mean, I like the fact that beach picnics with charcuterie board and wine.
Hell yeah,
That sounds like
Awesome.
That's
The ultimate
kind
one?
of-
I'll,
Can't go
ultimate.
wrong with
yeah,
that.
I'll take that any
ultimate.
day.
And then,
Someone doesn't like that, that's a red flag.
Right.
Or
I
even
mean,
like
it-
even a
because-
hike. Like I'm sorry, like I like
Right.
hikes. So like even like a picnic, a
I
hike
agree.
with a picnic is awesome.
Yeah, somewhere nice, somewhere
Ideas.
comfortable, somewhere where you can like be together and kind of have conversation and kind of get to know the person. Because I'm the type of person I need to get to know the person.
yeah.
And like, depending on how you vibe is when you move ahead. But usually that's after the fact.
Well, unless you kiss.
Unless
There's
you,
a comment
yeah.
you can read
Well,
for
I mean,
us.
okay. There's no. I'm not saying that doesn't happen and it shouldn't happen. I mean, I'm saying I prefer it not to
I
happen.
got you. I know. I'm
Okay,
giving
but-
you a hard time on purpose.
Let me put it this way though. What if everything's great? The talking is great, conversation's great, you guys are vibing and everything, and then later you guys go for the kiss, and then you're like, oh shit, I
Oh,
don't feel this.
ooh, we got a comment. All right.
That's what I said.
Hey,
Well, then-
so
Because you're like, that
But
was
if every
horrible.
Hold on,
every-
let me finish the thought.
if everything was great and the kiss was like, like I mean, if it was horrible, like if it was a horrible kiss,
Yeah.
then okay, maybe there's like, because you don't want to go forward with any of that.
Yeah, you can't
But-
retrain someone
No.
kissing. I mean, that's
You
that's a lot of
can.
work.
Who's had a bad kisser?
Everybody has. God, they're the
We
worst.
all have
Yeah,
at some
it's so
point,
bad.
and
Yeah,
that's for me a deal breaker.
Yeah.
wait,
Like,
so
like
so,
what I'm
was a
saying
deal
is
breaker
that
for
like
me.
if
so,
everything else,
so slobbing is not good.
ew,
No.
gross.
Oh, dude.
Oh.
Slobbery kisses
No.
are the worst.
Yeah.
All right, we got.
Or this one. I know. I'm
Little
I know.
bird pecks.
Yeah, little.
What is
yeah.
that?
Yeah, it's
I would
like that.
prefer a peck over any slobbery anything.
Yeah, like
But I
mouth
heard
rape
the
is
more
never
slobbery,
okay.
that means they really like you.
they slobber on you. It's so gross.
Well, maybe he's into something a little different.
How about if they spit in your mouth?
Oh,
Ah!
Oh,
that's
yeah.
later on.
Ew.
Oh.
That's never.
Kidding, kidding,
Are you-
guys.
we got another episode
alright,
of
so
Kinks
are you?
later.
That's
Okay.
later. You can
No.
spit in my mouth
Okay,
later.
comment. Question.
So we actually got a cool comment here. Sing a song. No, I'm kidding. What is the worst first date you guys had?
Oh, worst first
Shit.
date.
I don't want to talk about that I just told you mine.
I've never had a horrible
What?
first date.
Yeah,
to be
honestly,
quite
me neither.
honest.
Not yet.
Not yet.
Worst first date. Oh God.
We're not gonna talk about that live.
You know what? I have to like
That bad.
really
no.
think
Right in
about
your-
this.
I just told you about
Yeah,
it.
it's one of those things where it's so bad that you just erase it from your memory.
It's no, because remember we had
Hey,
Jay on the
he
show.
told us
I was
that.
about to say we can tell the J story.
Is Jay on? I wish
Jay,
was on.
make a
I
comment.
thought we
You're
were
on.
gonna take the shot. Jeez, you guys.
Is Jay on?
Whoever
Is Jay
Cowboy
watching?
is, if
Should.
Cowboy, who's Cowboy?
I got no clue.
He wants to sing Kumbaya.
No, because Jay had.
Oh, Jay's here. Jay's there.
There he is.
Hey, there he is. Hey, Jay, remember your story? I don't want to tell his story because it's so good, or should I say so bad, right?
Yeah.
But the gist of it,
Give us the yes or no.
Yeah. Do
the
we have
gist of it was
permission?
he went on a date, and while going on the date, the woman was already saying, "Well, I want
Oh,
to be married. I want to have this many
This, I
kids. I
want
want
this."
Damn.
putting all these patients before anything, like before they even had the conversation.
Damn.
Right?
damn.
Before even the dinner place came out.
Yeah. To
Yikes.
the point where he's like,
Jeez.
I'll pay
yeah.
the check
I
already.
have
Yeah, I
questions.
gotta
I
go.
have
Check,
questions
please.
now.
Yeah.
You know what was the nationality? What was the ethnicity?
Jay can answer that.
Because like
Jay needs to answer that.
I mean that seems pretty like.
Like you.
That
Or
seems
maybe
pretty.
like you said earlier, the biological clock was like
Yeah.
ticking.
That
Bam,
too.
Filipino.
Bam.
I
Philippine?
was gonna say
Maybe
that.
those are like family expectations.
That's what I meant.
Maybe, yeah.
Okay, fine. I'm sorry for.
Dick.
I know. I
You gotta be
apologize.
careful.
Asian.
I know.
Okay.
No, I'm
So
sorry.
she-
Okay,
you
you
see-
don't be leaving.
Who?
Who? What?
Said it was Asian.
So did he answer?
Asian.
Okay.
Nice.
That
Yeah.
I can
There you
see
go.
that.
But like, I mean, would
I'm
you?
sorry.
Would you?
I didn't give your story justice. I know.
But would you like? Would you go up to a girl and be like, "This is what I want. I want to be married. I need to have kids. I need you to. I need you to be the dishwasher."
As men, we're not allowed to do that.
No.
Not
Apparently
anymore.
we're
You
not.
gotta play your games around.
What,
As,
game,
well,
what,
as
game,
a
what
guy, I
games
don't
is
feel
that?
like I should put all my cards on the table right off the bat. I have to keep a little mystery, you know,
Everybody
we all,
should.
We
Yeah,
all
we all-
should.
we
We
all-
all should.
right?
Yeah, you don't want to be an open book right away.
No. I was beat since the age of 5 to 7.
Aw.
We got any other comments?
We got 11 people.
Yeah, whoever Cowboy is, I want you to sing him happy birthday.
The
Cowboy, we wish you a happy birthday.
We do wish you a happy birthday. and Thank you for watching.
a
Shout out to
song?
you.
he wants a song.
Sing it.
I ain't got no song.
He doesn't
Nah,
sing.
just wish him a happy birthday.
That's
We
my
do
name
wish you a
first.
happy birthday. Hey, you know what?
A shot for the birthday
Happy
boy.
birthday, boy. Hey, see, now that was
shot,
perfect.
shot.
And
Shot.
that's what you call perfect timing.
They said no.
Who?
Who said no?
They said no.
Oh, he's
Who
allowed
said
now.
no?
He did say
He
no
deserves
for
it
you.
Who
now.
are you now?
He deserves
Okay,
it.
give him.
Harry, the whole bottle.
Oh, wait, we have to wait.
Oh,
Cowboy's waiting.
Killer.
Sorry, Cowboy.
Sorry. It's Bucky's fault again.
Wait, wow. How's it my fault? I lost
too
my.
long.
I lost my drink.
Jeez.
I don't even know where it went.
Anyone.
There you go.
She got
I'll drop that
you.
one.
That's what I'm talking about.
Saludos.
Cheers.
Don't be showing up.
Salud.
Pa arriba, pa abajo, pa centro,
Go pa dentro.
pa adentro.
And
Cheers.
happy birthday,
Inside.
Cowboy Boy.
That's
birthday.
what they said.
Salute.
That was a birthday shot. That was a birthday shot.
Smooth every time.
Didn't feel a thing. That's what she said.
Feel a little tingle
Damn,
on my
that sucks.
Whew.
He said thanks. Means a lot.
Oh, goodness gracious.
You're
Cheers,
welcome.
Danny.
Time, man.
I know.
Are you okay?
We switching to them chairs.
Why? I mean,
Couch.
no. I'm
I'm suffering over here.
That's just
your butt.
And me.
In her.
that's okay.
It's okay.
Well, we need to give you a little more cushion.
For the
Yeah, we're
pushing.
trying.
I
Push.
guess.
So yeah. Okay. What
All right, next bullet point.
Anything else? Anything else that we have to go over, my friend?
So I think we got through everything.
Yeah.
So you know, did we touch on Bad Boys? Are Bad Boys acceptable?
We did not touch about Bad Boys, right?
We were just talking about tip.
So,
Don't
if,
look at
so
me.
if
Don't
chivalry
look
is
at me.
dead,
It's every.
are Bad Boys acceptable?
Are Bad Boys acceptable?
Bad
There's
Boys.
bad boys that are chivalrous, speaking from experience.
Yes.
Yeah, but that's
I
an
agree.
anomaly, though. How
Well,
many?
no,
how
I
many
I
of
mean-
those
I don't know.
really
I've
are
dated quite a few of them, so
Not
I haven't
necessarily.
dated that
there?
many.
Maybe you
but
got some luck.
Yeah, I've dated some bad boys that were chivalrous. They still.
Yeah.
Okay, well, kudos to those men.
Okay, well,
They-
first,
But-
what do you
but-
consider what do you consider a bad boy?
Okay. Oh, that. There we go.
Ooh.
That's a good question.
Oh, damn.
What makes him? What made him a bad boy?
I don't want to put anyone on blast.
They won't know.
Well, I mean,
Don't say names. Just
Yeah.
of course I'm not gonna say
What made him a
names.
bad boy?
Bad boy number one.
Bad boy number. I don't know. Like I mean, he was like really good looking, and like he just had like multiple women, and told everyone that he didn't. So like it was just kind of like
But you could-
lying, a
but you-
liar.
You had an idea he had
Player.
some.
But you were into it.
Here.
Well, yeah. I mean, like I was, it's dumb.
So one out of 10, how
Why he's a
But-
But
player.
it was more
Stupid.
of looks than anything else.
No, it wasn't just. Then that's the thing. Like it wasn't just the looks. It was like there was a deeper connection.
But
Where it's
my okay, so the bad boy sense is like maybe he was not just confident but a little cocky about it. Because that's what I would think more.
I
of a
wouldn't
bad
say
boy.
like, no, like he wasn't a bad person. Like he. Just,
I didn't. No, I'm not saying
I-
that.
I know.
But I'm just saying like to the point where like he knew.
He
Like
was
arrogant.
He
Yes.
was a pathological
well,
liar. So like
so
he
he's
believed his
arrogant.
own lies,
Yeah.
and like he you
Well,
know.
that's a narcissist.
That's-
Yeah, he was
yeah,
definitely
that's
a
a whole
narcissist.
other-
Yeah, but like not like a. There's bad ones and there's like not bad ones, right? Like
okay.
there's.
A level
so he
one
was a half bad
narcissist
boy.
versus a level
What's that?
8.
So he was a half bad boy.
I don't know. Like I mean, he wasn't like okay. So like, what is your definition of a bad boy? Like, what's a bad boy for you? Like, I mean,
I
someone
have
that's
no
like
idea. I've honestly heard a lot of
We're
people
not
that I
bad
like the
boys.
bad boys. So
I mean,
I
to
just wanted to know
me,
who was a bad
Okay,
boy.
I mean, we all have. Okay, go ahead.
like I've dated like a lot of bikers with
Okay.
some criminal histories, right?
Ah, okay.
Oh, I
they,
dated one.
They might
Oh,
stab
no.
you in the neck if you fuck around, but they treat their not me, but they
Fuck
treat
around
their,
and find
their
out.
woman
He's-
like a lady,
Yeah,
like
yeah.
you know.
Yeah.
So it's just that kind of.
And that just gets scary. Like I've
like
been out with
scary.
boys like that, and
Okay,
I
I
don't wanna,
totally get
I
that,
like
yeah.
danger.
Well, my
I don't.
Yeah,
for
I don't
example,
like danger.
my
like-
brother should have been here tonight.
Hell
Explains
yeah.
a lot, huh?
Yeah.
My brother should have been here tonight. He's a biker. You know, he has that aesthetic sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
Yeah.
He has a persona. He has all of it.
yeah,
Mm-hmm.
he's a good-looking
But
dude.
he's
But
a
he has the
sweetheart. But
biker,
he's a
the
sweetheart.
jacket. Yeah, you would. I would
He's the
classify him.
sweetest.
Yeah. So it's like I feel like you can have.
He's a super gentleman though.
Mhm.
So you're right. You can.
But it's again that's like a certain demographic
Yeah.
type of guy I go for. I don't think that's gonna be the average woman is out there.
Well, okay, so I went out with this guy once, and like he was like biker, had tattoos and all that stuff, and that's usually not my type, right?
Right.
But like the way that when I heard him express himself about other women,
Mm-hmm.
the way he was talking about them, I'm like, ooh, like I don't like,
like disrespectful.
yeah, like calling like bitch and bitch.
And yeah, there's a lot of
and I'm just
guys
like,
that are like that.
if he's talking about other women like this, like he's gonna talk about me one day like that, and I don't.
Yeah,
I'm not
absolutely.
okay with that.
That's a bad boy.
So with,
That's a bad
bad
boy.
boy.
I'm gonna transition this to another question.
Okay.
What are the red flags
From a bad boy?
Ooh.
With
for
No,
just
for
for
men.
dating in general?
They,
General.
or women.
Yeah, there's so many.
Women, men, red flags, and dating. Just pick like top two, maybe. Top two red flags.
Well, I'll say, Jay, I'm gonna piggyback off what happened in your case. If on the first date the woman's already telling me, you know, how she wants to be married by within a year and wants to have this many kids right off the bat,
Crazy
I'm out.
expectations.
I'm out. Like, there's no way. Let's build to that, right? Like, first of all, I'm not saying I wouldn't want that, but when you're saying that before we even get to know each other,
He
I'm
wants the demands right away.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah.
like you mean red flags like on the first date, like what you see, or
Yeah,
like
I
what?
would. If anything, I would say my red flag would be somebody that's just into themselves the whole time.
Ooh, yeah,
Yeah.
superficial.
Yeah, like
Yes.
I want to know you. I want you to want to know me, and go from there.
Someone who's on their phones.
Yep. I
Oh,
would literally
that's-
just
yeah,
stole
that's the worst.
stole
Yeah.
words
Yeah.
right out of my
For
mouth.
me, it's like, and I have like it wasn't even like a date. It was just like a friend that I was hanging out with, and like she was like on her phone, and I'm like, do you need to get that? It's like that's like we're like having a conversation. Do you need to get that?
He was bored?
No, it was a girl.
Oh.
We were just friends, and I'm just like. But to me, it's like it's very disrespectful. It's like you don't.
No,
I'm
man.
not gonna hang out for you to be on your phone. Like that's
Yeah,
just
yeah.
weird, you know.
Yeah,
It's like
the phone thing.
Like,
Yeah,
if you're on a
funny.
date with somebody trying to get to know them,
Yeah.
like if you can't, sacrifice
saying I don't tolerate
your
that
phone for
ever.
for a couple
You're
hours.
obsessed with your phone.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Like, yeah, if you can't put it down, like for
Oh, wait, tell
dinner.
me about yourself. Wait, hold on.
yeah. Let me
I mean, I
check my
understand, like,
Oh my
Instagram.
God,
They're
real
probably
quick.
they're probably looking at their like way to
Oh,
say
oh,
how
what
they
do- what do you
about
do
what
for a
they
living?
are.
Oh wait, hold on.
I
Let
mean,
me take a
there's like,
picture of my dinner.
if you have
Or if
family
they're taking
issues
selfie
or
those
family
themselves.
Yeah, oh, God.
emergencies
Yeah,
or
something
like whatever.
important.
If there's something important, then you let the person know right away. Hey, like I have this really important
Let me
meeting.
take this call.
da, da,
There's
da, da, da.
exceptions.
Yeah,
Respond.
but like
There's-
if you're gonna be on your phone and it's just like,
But he,
Yeah, no.
what happens? He like a CEO, really important person.
Well,
well, but you
You
go
have
in
to
you
say
go
that.
in knowing that.
yeah.
Like,
Yeah, and
I-
then
I-
you tell
you
them,
would
I gotta take this
Say
call.
that up front.
And you
You know,
excuse
there might be
yourself.
moments where my phone's
Like
gonna
an
go off and
adult.
I really have to take
right,
it.
that's fine. And
Yeah.
you should be
you establish that in the
understanding.
beginning.
Yeah.
Is-
So yeah, phones is a red flag, and then just just when you could tell that someone's like not really emotionally stable, like if they seem a little off, like
So what if you meet somebody, you date them, and they just off the bat tell you that they're dating other people at the same time?
well,
Well, the concept.
Honest.
Yeah.
Well, I mean,
I
it-
don't.
it-
I mean, they're being honest,
it
but like
depends on like if both of you are still like on that
Yeah.
same page, then okay, that's fine. I personally, I wouldn't want to like be dating someone.
yeah, that's what I mean. You're not
Hey,
you're not looking
you're
for
dating you're dating 5 other people, and I'm not dating 5 other people.
yeah, you're
and
not
I
looking
don't
for
want to.
exclusive
Yeah.
exclusivity.
Pretty much, you gotta.
I'm
pretty
not
much
trying
in
to
the front,
share all that stuff.
Yeah.
You got the
That's
front book.
gross.
You read everything he's told you, so
Yeah.
there's no surprise to it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So honestly, at the first date is
But I mean,
100%.
you got to be
Honesty.
honest. Yeah.
but a
I
lot of people
think,
aren't.
Aggressiveness and pushiness.
Ooh,
Hmm.
Because I've
pushiness.
I've had
That's
guys
a
get
huge
creeper
red
on
flag.
me real quick.
Huge red flag.
So if
When
I
like
feel
somebody
like,
wants to
yeah.
like, talk to you right away, see you every day, it's like like dude.
Or have those crazy expectations right off the bat too.
Yeah, so that's kind of hand
those
in
are-
hand,
yeah.
right? A
Yeah.
pushy type
Yeah.
of attitude.
Nobody ever wants to feel pressured to do anything. So if
Yeah,
as
that's
as
the
soon as
biggest
you're,
turn
like,
off right there.
like
you gotta let this
Let it
whatever's
flow.
let it breathe.
and
yeah.
for me, like I'm a really good judge of character, like on even just on text. Like if I can tell if somebody's like crazy by the way that they write. If they're like overly like texting you or overly like da da da, you're like whoa.
Yeah, you put your phone down for
Like,
20 minutes
holy
and have
moly,
20
like-
texts.
It's like, holy moly, like it's like wow. Yeah, that's
whoa.
when it's like you're like okay, no, that's not gonna work.
But they want to talk to you.
Well, yeah,
That's
They,
fine.
they feel lonely.
But like
Yeah.
Into
And
you.
then another one that
Red flag, red flag.
I've heard and that I won't say experienced, but I've know about is just if somebody's just rude, not to you, but to
Other people.
Other
Other
people.
people.
Like the
Yes.
waiters,
Yeah.
right? Your
Like,
servers.
I want-
Oh my God, that is
No.
that is
Give
the
me that.
worst.
give me this.
That's
Yeah, give me-
embarrassing.
yeah,
Yes.
I hate that.
Get your manager.
This soda's flat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Give me this.
Yeah.
Don't put this on there. Take this out. It's like
because if they're treating other people
yeah, that's how they are.
like that,
Yeah.
then they're gonna
That's their-
eventually
yeah.
treat you right once they're comfortable with
yeah.
you.
For me, I'm all about like that's a good one.
Yeah.
You
Yeah,
can
how
you
you
can see that
treat,
right away.
like servers or
Yeah. Other people.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Bartenders.
Yeah.
Bartender, servers, everything. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah. and-
especially like when you know of people that were in that industry or did that
Mhm.
and the way that they treat people, it's like geez, like you used to do that, like relax.
yeah, someone's
Yeah.
providing you a service. They're
like,
not your slave.
Don't treat them like
Yeah.
don't treat people how you don't want to be treated. Golden rule in
course.
life. 100%.
I mean,
Amen.
Or treat people the way you want to be treated.
Yeah.
Same.
there you go.
Yeah.
Well, there you go. That's
Don't
kind of-
treat
Ding,
people how you don't
ding.
want to be treated, and treat people how you want to be treated.
Yeah.
Yeah, same.
So let's conclude this.
Okay.
Also, I'm gonna give another 5 minutes to people if they want to ask questions.
Last
But last point or conclusion: is chivalry dead?
Not
minute.
yet.
No.
Not yet.
I mean, it depends on who you ask.
Depends on what country you live in.
It might be hanging on by a thread. Here.
It's not dead, but
It's dorm.
I need to check. I need to check the pulse.
Dying.
The pulse.
I gotta check the pulse because
I guess
It depends. It depends. Like, so it depends on the age range.
Yes, definitely.
So in my experience, it's been like anybody that's 10 to 20 years older than I am, since I was 20.
Mhm.
It's always been like they always want to
right.
take care of the bill
Yeah.
and take care of you, show you nice places, blah blah. Now when I try to if I try to date anybody that's like younger,
Yeah.
it's different. I will say like it's a different
Yeah.
it's a different
It's a
feeling.
generational
Yeah.
thing.
So like I want to say like
Raised.
maybe anybody that was born like after 1990. things were different. Things are the way that they were brought up is different
Yeah.
than anybody that was born
Yeah.
before that time.
And it's just
So
so weird.
So Gen Xers are more chivalrous than millennials.
Gen
No,
Z,
and then-
Gen X.
And then you know what? Like I
Gen
look,
X.
Which one is it? I don't even know.
I look
don't
at my
know.
little brother.
X-Men?
Like he's only 18
X-Men.
years old, and like I don't think I've ever had the conversation with him, like because he has a little girlfriend, and like I know that they do stuff together. I feel like he's kind of like he pays for stuff and stuff. So like I don't know, like I don't want to
Generalize.
yeah, I don't want to say like no that I mean we're gonna act the way that we were taught to act, and
I was
him
gonna say that's all a part of your family.
yeah, like him
However-
as a,
however
as a
you got
little
brought up.
man, and me as a woman, like it's obviously it's different, So like I mean, and we're very very many years apart.
Yeah.
So we're gonna have different experiences, obviously.
Right.
So
I mean, I would love to say that the younger generation can. I don't want to say learn, but understand that.
I
Can
think that,
can take a few tips.
I think that
Yeah.
I think that it might die.
Yeah.
Like it's on the verge of maybe dying
Yeah.
because like we were saying earlier, like it's
society, the way.
yeah, like I
things
mean
are-
the as the older generation starts to die off, like
Yeah.
we don't know what's gonna happen when, and hopefully like with family values and cultural ideologies and all that,
Right.
maybe that might stay.
Yeah.
But I don't know. Like I mean, I have no idea. Like I would hope. I have hope that like men
I
are
have
always
hope.
gonna be.
I have hope. I have hope. I mean, you're right. I mean, I personally, like I said, I feel that. That's
But
all.
we're entering a very very
Yeah.
different time. I mean, with like everything going on with like, I'm not gonna get into all that, but
I know. It gets dicey, but
it's
but I think we should, regardless of what age you are, you should have a little respect for the person that you're with.
yeah. Well, that's the thing. Like respect,
Yeah.
respect,
Regardless,
think
if you want
respect is the
to
key.
be with
respect and
if
consideration.
you want to be with somebody in the
be
first place,
considerate.
and compromise. I think
Yeah.
those are the three things that will keep something alive and going and all that. Without compromise, you can't do anything.
well, if you want to be in a relationship in the first place, you want to be with somebody you like this person, then treat them with respect. Do what you got to do to keep
And
them
there's
happy.
you have to
And
bend.
they
You have
should-
to
and
bend
they should be
a
doing the
little.
same thing for you.
Everybody has to bend. Like
Yes.
there is no I'm right all the time.
Yeah.
No one is ever right all the time.
Mhm.
So what are the 3 points?
Future.
Oh, you asking me or you asking her?
Yeah, what are the 3 points?
Of what?
Compromise,
Compromise, respect,
Respect,
and consideration.
consideration.
There it is.
Good ones.
There you go.
Right?
That's our consensus, guys. I agree with you. I think that's. We'll leave it right there because
And then everything else follows.
and everything else follows, right? And then you can
Yep.
go from there, and then you can build off that. But you have that foundation. You can actually have a very strong relationship.
Got any comments?
That's it.
That's it.
No comments?
I mean, unless you want to know what one person wants to know what your favorite scary movie is.
Wow.
It's off topic, but it's up to you guys.
On another topic, we'll answer that.
Scream? No, just kidding.
No.
That's not even. That's like funny.
Friday the
scary.
13th? Mike
Nightmare
Myers?
on Elm
Actually,
Street.
if we wanted to ask about the
Nightmare on
movie,
Elm Street Part 3, by the way.
okay, there
is
you go.
my favorite.
But I would
No,
say
That's only because I like.
the Amityville horror ones are
That was- those were
scary.
the scary.
Those scared
Any
me.
exorcism
No.
ones were
But I
scary.
have a thing
Yeah.
about
Silent
dreams, so-
Silent Hill, hands down.
Oh, that was
That's a
good.
good one too.
Ooh.
First one or the second one?
First one,
First one, yeah.
Yeah.
That's a good one.
dude.
That
when
one actually
when
kind of
that bell
stuck.
when
That one
that bell
actually
goes,
kind of stuck true to the game, but a little bit of switches.
it's the bells and the kids, man.
Oh,
The
yeah.
little baby things.
All right. So what should people do?
Like, follow, subscribe. You know the deal, and we'll be back on the next one. We'll be live again.
And we out.
Bye.
Peace out. Game time.